Roadhouse is out on Amazon Prime, a new film from director Doug Liman, who made Edge of Tomorrow, amazing film, as well as movies like Locked Down and Chaos Walking, much less amazing. This one stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Daniela Melchior and Conor McGregor, the UFC fighter. It's a remake of a 1989 film starring Patrick Swayze, which I admittedly have never seen, but is apparently a classic in some circles. There was a bit of a drama regarding this remake's release, where the director boycotted the official premiere, saying that the studio misled him and lied to him, that this was going to be a theatrical release, but it went straight to streaming instead. Gyllenhaal said that, to his information, it was always going to be streaming, so who knows where the truth lies. But anyway, the film is essentially a Western in terms of its structure, and it's even addressed directly in the movie as such. Jake plays Dalton, a former UFC fighter who now sort of lives alone, wanders from fight to fight, making money that way, seems like a kind of aimless bullet in life. And he ends up taking a job in the Florida Keys. He's supposed to work as a bouncer for a local dive bar. But after a few nights of roughing up local morons, it turns out that actually some of them are being sent by a rich bozo who wants to ruin the place, make the owner sell to him, and then he can build a resort on the land. Things escalate and many fistfights are had as a result. So it's a cheesy, machismo-filled 1980s nonsense just made today. There are very few ways in which it is actually modernized in terms of story elements and conceit. The whole thing takes place in some sort of unreal world where regular logic does not apply, and you have to sort of immediately accept that this is just some nonsense movie fun. And when you do accept that, it is kinda entertaining. Gyllenhaal is immensely charismatic as always, and he clearly trained physically for the role because he looks amazing. The fights are cool, the side characters distinct and memorable, especially the various goons that he beats up. Conor McGregor is like an alien on cocaine. It's very clear that his acting ability is limited to the extreme, but he 100% does what is expected of him in the film. He plays this unhinged, completely psychotic enforcer and manages to be fairly convincing. Again, in the heightened reality sort of sense. So you can't imagine someone like that existing in the real world, but in this movie, perfect sense. I like the music and the various live bands from the area which are featured as performers in the bar, even though, again, it makes zero sense for them to be there. The dialogue is sometimes rough, sometimes funny. I would critique the romantic subplot because I felt Daniela Melchior and Jake Gyllenhaal don't really have good chemistry together, and there really isn't any visible spark between them. But otherwise, yeah, the movie works. It is what it is. It's silly and stupid, but if you want some mindless fun with ripped guys beating the shit out of each other to a cool soundtrack, I think you might enjoy it.